Hello, it's good to have you back on Vnews Bulletin. I'm Nhung from Hanoi. Now take a look at our top stories as usual.
Posting higher profits from organic plum model. And later on, ecotourism in Gongqing touches visitors and changes livelihoods.
Let's begin bulletin with the most prominent events of the week.
Greek President Katerina Sakellaropoulos paid an official visit to Vietnam from May 15 to 19. Her visit is expected to contribute to strengthening political trust and deepening multi-faceted cooperation in the fields of politics, diplomacy, economics, culture, and tourism. The Greek president and the Vietnamese leader shared delight that despite the impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic, trade between two countries still increased to $447 million in 2021, up 33% year-on-year, while 2 times higher than the 15% growth in Vietnam-EU trade. They agreed to promote a win-win partnership while encouraging and creating favorable conditions for businesses from both nations to strengthen exchanges, focusing on areas of Vietnam's demand and Greece's strengths, such as shipbuilding, maritime logistics, energy, and agriculture. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh trip to the U.S. to attend the ASEAN-U.S. Special Summit and pay working visits to the U.S. and the United Nations from May 11 to 17 has produced important results, both multilaterally and bilaterally. The trip has contributed to promoting relations between ASEAN and the U.S. and between Vietnam and the United Nations and the U.S., while affirming Vietnam's role and prestige in the international arena. The trip has demonstrated Vietnam's consistent policy of independence and self-reliance for peace, friendship, cooperation and development, the multilateralization and diversification of relations, being a reliable friend and partner and constructive and responsible member of the international community, and ensuring the highest interests of the nation.
National Assembly Chairman Vương Huệ led an official visit to Laos from May 15 to 17. The visit was made at the invitation of President of the Lao National Assembly, Sanathorn Phomvihane. Chairman Huệ and Lao leaders emphasized that, in the face of current complicated developments in the international and regional situation, Vietnam and Laos clearly see the value of maintaining and cultivating the close, loyal, and unique neighborly relationship for the security and development of both. They agreed to work together to effectively implement the agreements and outcomes of the recent high-level visits, including the strategic agreement on cooperation between Vietnam and Laos for the 2021 to 2030 period, and the agreement on bilateral cooperation between the two countries in the period of 2021 to 2025. Speaker Tan Chun Yen and a delegation from the Singaporean Parliament paid an official visit to Vietnam from May 18 to 20. At the meetings with Vietnamese leaders, both sides shared views on the need for the countries to further intensify overall relations and parliamentary ties so as to step up the strategic partnership. They hoped that the signing of a cooperation agreement between the two parliaments this time will have further tightened bilateral links, especially by increasing on-level contacts and discussions in different forms, sharing institutional building experience, maintaining coordination at multilateral forums and organizations, and supporting each other's stance on regional and international issues of common concern.
Vietnam has set a target of having 1,000 to 1,200 urban areas by 2030, of which 3 to 5 cities are to reach regional and international levels.
Under the plan, Vietnam's urbanization rate will be 45% by 2025, with about 950 to 1,000 cities, then 50% and 1,000 to 1,200 respectively by 2030. It currently has 862 urban areas. To reach targets, the country will need to have 100 or more new urban areas within the next 10 years. Major metropolises such as Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, Hải Phòng, Vinh, Huế, Đà Nẵng, Quy Nhơn, and Cần Thơ will be turned into urbanized chains to minimize population concentration, which may lead to an ecological imbalance and the formations of megacities. Under the impact of urbanization, more people will inevitably move from rural to urban areas in search of work, which will push up housing demand. Vietnam's urban population has been booming since 2000. The country's total population by 2025 is forecast to top 99 million.
When thinking of plum trees in Sơn La province, most people would immediately think of those grown on Mộc Châu Plateau. Plum trees have long been a key crop in the area, helping local people cut the poverty rate and even become wealthy. Many farmers have now planted plums under the Việt Gap model that ensure organic standards.
There have been many difficulties to address. Initially, there's little water in the Mù Náo upland area, especially in the dry season. And secondly, the traffic system is not so convenient as there are only roads for motorbikes.
The difficulties in water resources and traffic in Mù Náo area did not discourage Thuận at all. In 2013, after receiving the plum orchard from his parents, he built water tanks and laid a 3-kilometer-long water pipe to irrigate his plum trees.
I have restored these trees in line with organic processes. I spread fertilizer once a month, alternating between organic and inorganic.
After nearly 10 years of effort to improve his land, Thuận now has 5 hectares of plum trees. On average, he said, each year he can yield 45 to 60 tons of fruit. Excluding costs, his family earns a profit of 700 million dong a year.
The model of organic plum growing of Mr. Thuận has brought about high economic efficiency and created jobs for many workers. This is one of the typical models in economic development in the town.
The development of the organic plum production model not only brings high economic value, but also creates safe agricultural products, contributing to the improvement and protection of the environment.
Deputy Prime Minister Lê Văn Thành has signed a decision approving the National Strategy for Environmental Protection to 2030 with a vision until 2050, in which the government set target to prevent the increasing trend of environmental pollution, solve urgent environmental problems, and step-by-step improve and restore the quality of the environment.
Objectives of the scheme also include enhancing the country's capacity to cope with climate change, ensuring environmental security, and building and developing circular, green, low-carbon economic models, contributing to achieving the country's sustainable development goals. To this end, the strategy gives a number of key solutions, including actively preventing and controlling negative impacts on the environment and environmental incidents, encouraging ecological and circular economic development, green growth, promoting sustainable production and consumption. At the same time, environmental zoning will be conducted, along with the enhancement of the efficiency of strategy environmental evaluation, environmental impact assessment, and environmental management based on environmental permits. Facilities with high risk of causing environmental pollution will be strictly monitored, while the trans-boundary environmental problems will be managed according to the strategy.
The 31st Southeast Asian Games, which officially opened in Hanoi on May 12th night, will create a boost to economic and tourism recovery and development in Vietnam and ASEAN at large, a Vietnamese tourism official has said.
According to Van Siu, Deputy Head of the Vietnam National Tourism Administration, the regional sport event offers a golden opportunity for Vietnam to promote its tourism. On the occasion of the Games, the administration has launched a special website that gives an overview on Vietnam's tourism as well as necessary information regarding visa, exit entry, and medical procedures to foreign visitors. Notably, Let's Shine and Live Fully, a welcome video clip for SEA Games 31, is also available on the website, featuring Vietnam's most famous destinations like Phu Quoc, Nha Trang, Ha Long Bay, and Sơn Đông Cave, among others. The website also spotlights tourism in Hanoi and the 11 localities that host the Games. The administration has also utilized social networks in the communication war.
Con Chim is a new community-based tourist attraction in Trà Vinh province based on environmental protection, cultural preservation, rustic charm, and the spirit of the countryside. Visitors can mingle in nature, enjoy local dishes, listen to southern love songs, and enjoy a green and clean life.
After the ferry full of tourists arrives at Con Chim, Mr. and Mrs. Spa hand out conical hats to each member of the group. The story of Mr. and Mrs. Spa's tourism in Con Chim hamlet moved many tourists. More than 40 years of working with rice cultivation and shrimp farming, but without success, Mr. and Mrs. Spa began to shake hands with tourism. Mr. Spa planted more than 200 coconut trees so that Mrs. Spa could use the leaves to make cakes. The income from tourism paid for renovations on the family home, and tourism is on the rise in this area.
Since we got involved in tourism, the family fortune has improved. Previously, my family's economy was what I would call precarious.
The harmonious life among people and nature in Con Chim has grown into a core value of the community. All 11 attractions on Con Chim have combined community-based tourism with eco-tourism, bringing visitors back to their childhood memories and simple pleasures of southern countryside life.
Gần như là Con Chim là một cái điểm chạm về mặt cảm xúc.
Con Chim has great attractions, especially in terms of ecological and spiritual landscapes of the countryside. We also love the fact that this tourism model is sustainable.
Gắn với lại một cái quá trình kiến tạo xây dựng nông thôn mới.